Welcome to The Explainer. We're jumping right into the thrilling narrative of Spain's 3-1 victory over Cabo Verde in their 2026 FIFA World Cup Group L opener. Look, if you love tactical chess matches disguised as high-octane football, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how this matchup unfolded, piece by piece.
Let's kick things off with a viral TikTok reaction that, honestly, perfectly captures the hype surrounding La Jora right now. The post called it a statement win, highlighting the 4 total goals and that trademark attacking football. It's literally the exact kind of headline every tournament favorite wants to generate right out of the gate. But, the final scoreline only tells a fraction of the story. To really get why this match was so captivating, we've got to look past that final whistle and examine the real friction between these two teams on the pitch.
Section 1. A statement opening win and setting the stage.
Before we even talk about the goals, we absolutely have to look at the tactical clash that really defined the entire 90 minutes here. It was a classic David versus Goliath dynamic. On one side, you've got Spain's trademark philosophy, quick, relentless ball movement designed to systematically force the opposition into a deep defensive block. But here's the thing. Cabo Verde didn't just park the bus and pray. No way. Their counterattack was incredibly organized and super direct. They knew they'd only get rare chances, and their entire game plan was built on pouncing the literal second they won the ball back. It set the stage for a wonderfully tense matchup.
Section 2. First half traded blows and an unexpected stunner. Now, the first half actually didn't stick entirely to the favorite script, but man, right from the opening whistle, Spain executed their initial game plan flawlessly. They immediately dominated possession, they moved the ball with this blistering speed that forced Cabo Verde to retreat deep into their own half almost instantly. Spain was just dictating the tempo, probing the lines, and pushing the underdog's defensive organization to its absolute limits. For that first phase, it really looked like a standard siege.
But as the half progressed, the fireworks really started. After a sustained period of heavy pressure, Spain finally picks the lock. A clever passing move totally dismantles the defense, and they take a well-deserved 1-0 lead. Now, you'd think the floodgates might open right there, right? But completely against the run of play, Cabo Verde responds beautifully. They absorb the pressure, launch a direct counterattack, and capitalize on one of their very few attacking opportunities to just stun Spain with an equalizer, 1-1. Suddenly, we've got a real game on our hands. But that parity is short-lived. Spain refuses to panic, they keep dictating play, and right before halftime, they restore their lead with a highly clinical finish inside the penalty area. So, heading into the locker room, it's 2-1 for La Roja.
Section 3. Second half, total control and the midfield chokehold.
Coming out of the locker room, Spain clearly made a decision. It was time to totally eliminate the underdog's hope and shut down those dangerous counters. And the crucial point here is how the Spanish midfield established absolute control in the second half. They tightened their grip on the match through just relentless midfield possession. And they weren't just keeping the ball to look pretty, they were actually using possession as a defensive tool. By dominating the middle of the park, they effectively prevented Cabo Verde from building any sustained attacks, ensuring their composed backline was completely shielded and never again exposed to those desperate, direct breaks we saw earlier. 3. That was the magic number, and really, the visual punctuation mark on this statement win. Midway through the second half, Spain's relentless pressure and those flowing attacking moves yielded a decisive third goal. And with that 2-goal cushion finally secured, you could feel the anxiety just vanish. Spain could then comfortably manage the remainder of the match, passing the ball around and calmly bleeding the clock. Still, we absolutely cannot ignore the effort from the other side of the pitch. Even trailing by 2 goals against a global superpower, Cabo Verde defended bravely and continued to fight until the very final whistle. They demonstrated immense heart. Sure, they couldn't find a way back into the contest against a Spanish side operating at absolute peak efficiency, but their resilience, super commendable.
Section 4. Key match takeaways and wrapping up Group L.
Now that the dust has finally settled, let's distill what we actually learned from this highly entertaining encounter. Looking at the standout performers, it's really a tale of 2 different types of excellence. Spain's midfield was the undeniable engine of this victory. They controlled the tempo from start to finish and showed us exactly why they're a tournament favorite. But equally, Cabo Verde deserves immense credit. Their incredible resilience and their ability to genuinely threaten on the counterattack showed that they absolutely belong on the world stage. They didn't just survive out there, they threw punches back. Looking at the official match summary, Spain ultimately secured their expected 3 points in Group L with a 3-1 victory. They kicked off their 2026 World Cup campaign successfully, doing exactly what heavily favored teams are supposed to do. But, as we've seen today, the journey to that expected outcome was packed full of tactical intrigue and real dramatic tension.
So, I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on.
Did this 3-1 win prove that La Roja's midfield mastery makes them truly invincible in this tournament? Or did Cabo Verde's sudden, direct equalizer just show the rest of the world exactly how to breach their armor? Keep that in mind as Group L continues to unfold. Thanks for hanging out for this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.